was no, he got on or not?
All right, here we go. Pay attention or I'm not giving you this review. Okay, we're going to start with Will the Thrill. Will, and again, if you go to your notes and come down, it'll be pretty good. Who was the chief negotiator for the Louisiana Territory purchase with Napoleon?
Robert R. Livingston.
Very good. Robert R. Livingston was the chief negotiator for the Louisiana Territory purchase with Napoleon. Soraya? Who was the member of the Lewis and Clark expedition who accidentally shot Lewis in the butt, mistaking him for an elk?
Oh, yeah. This is way. Yeah, we got one. We're reading in order.
That might not be in order. Who was that fellow?
Give me 5 seconds. I know.
You know, and I know you're going to find it. The man who was a member of the expedition who accidentally shot... Pete Cruzat.
Yeah.
Pete Cruzat. Very good.
Wait, what is it?
Pete Cruzat.
Yeah.
Pierre Pete Cruzat. Shh. If you keep being noisy, I'm quitting. Then we'll have the test Thursday. Mason. What was the name of Clark's slave that he set free after the expedition reached St. Louis in 1806? York. Very good. I'm not repeating this. Because you guys are not paying attention. I'm just going to quit and give you the test. That's right where I'm at. Okay? Carly, where did the Corps of Discovery spend their second winter? Second winter. Where did they spend their second winter? It's a little tricky, but you'll get it. Second winter. Okay, you think about that, and I'm going to let Hannah tell me where the Corps of Discovery spent their first winter. Where did they spend their first winter? I think I gave you this review. Where'd they spend their first winter? Traveled for about 1,600 miles and stopped for the winter. That's right, the Mandan Village. So where'd they spend their second winter? Fort Clatsop. Very good. So they spent their second winter at Fort Clatsop and their first winter at the Mandan Villages. Okay, Nick. Prior to the purchase by the United States, Louisiana became a French possession. What country owned Louisiana before France? Spain. Very good. So, prior to the purchase by the United States, Louisiana became a French possession. The country who owned Louisiana before the French was Spain. Right? I am very sure, yeah. So, Megan, what was the price that the United States paid for the Louisiana Territory?
Was $27,267,622, or 3 cents an acre.
That's a good, that's interesting because she actually is right. So I really got to rephrase that question too. I would never ask you that kind of detail. So what was I should rephrase it, thank you. What was the purchase price? Yeah, purchase price is not, yeah, that's okay. But she's right. Her answer would have been right. What was the purchase? What was the No, what was it? How much? 15 million. So the purchase, I'll have to change that. The purchase price that the United States paid was 15 million. And Megan, how much was that an acre? 3 cents. Very good. So that's good. So you got to watch how you word tests. That's a good point. And know in your mind, if I would have put that on there wrong, if she'd have come up with that 27 million, whatever, that'd been great. But I would never ask you something that crazy. But that's a good point. That was very good. So purchase price 15 million, 3 cents an acre. Okay, Bailey, the Corps of Discovery were looking for a water route from the Mississippi River to the Pacific Ocean. What was that also known as? They're looking for the...
the right, or the pass.
What's it called? The water route from the Mississippi River to the Pacific Ocean. That's really what Thomas Jefferson wanted more than anything. and that was known as the
Northern Passage?
Northwest Passage.
Northwest.
The Northwest Passage. Okay, we'll see if we're listening there, Shania. What was the nickname that William Clark gave Sacagawea's baby boy? Pomp. Very good. P-O-M-P. Pomp. P-O-M-P. Very good. Okay, those questions I just asked you, those 10, will be in the form of fill in the blanks. Okay? Now, this is short answer questions. All will be on the test, okay? Madison, briefly explain the reason why Napoleon sold the Louisiana Territory to the United States.
Because he's trying to expand into Europe and didn't need other relations.
He didn't need land in other countries, and the money could be used for what?
Funding this.
The war effort. So the answer I'm looking for is that because he was in a war in Europe, he didn't need Louisiana and could use the money for the war effort. That's a good answer. Okay? Okay, now listen, remember kids, we are videoing this, so if you don't catch something, you can certainly catch us tonight. Okay? All right. Kyle, give me one important item that the expedition secured prior to their departure from the Mandan villages in early April of 1805. What are one of three things they secured? What did they get?
The Mandan Indians allowed them to hunt buffalo.
Very good. Mandan Indians allowed them to hunt buffalo. How about another one, Taylor? What's another thing items they secured?
They gave them advice on where to go from their travels up to Missouri.
Very good. Gave advice on where to go up the Missouri. And what was the last one, Nyabeth?
We sold expedition other kind of food.
They sold the expedition food. Those are the three you need to know, okay? The three important items the expedition secured prior to their departure from the Mandan villages in early April of 1805. Blaine, what was the name of the first river Lewis and Clark came upon in Montana that ran into the Missouri River? What was the name of that first river they came upon? They're coming into Montana. There you go. What was the first river they came to? The Milk River. Yep, the Milk River. Very good. Okay, Buck, briefly explain to us why Lewis and Clark spent 10 days in the vicinity of the Marias River.
Because they didn't know where to go. They weren't sure which river went west or which west.
Okay, so who went where? Who went north and who went south?
Lewis went north of Clark.
Very good. So the answer to that would be they spent 10 days because, as Buck said, they didn't know which water route to take to the Pacific. Lewis went north, Clark went south, and they made the determination that they were to go south. Okay, very good. Courtney, give me one reason it was difficult for the Corps of Discovery to travel around the Great Falls of the Missouri River.
It was 5 cascading waterfalls.
Very good. Give me another one, Chantel.
They had to haul canoes, supplies, and equipment around for 17 miles.
Very good. Another one, Gracie.
There were bears.
A lot of bears. Another one, Mason.
There were tons of mosquitoes.
Tons of mosquitoes. And there's one more. Talon, you remember?
Mostly uphill, very rough terrain.
Mostly uphill, very rough terrain. You need to know 3 of those 5 for the test. Any 3 of the 5. Okay. Hilo, give me one of the 3 forks of the Missouri and tell me who it was named after. One of the 3 forks of the Missouri and who it was named after. No, that's not one of the 3 forks of the Missouri. Keep looking. Sierra, give me one.
Jefferson River.
Jefferson River, and who is it named after? Is that right? Named after, make sure you say that, named after President Jefferson. Okay, Brooke, give me another one.
The Madison River,
Named after,
the Secretary of State.
who was?
Madison.
You gotta have a first name.
James.
James Madison. Pretty easy to say Madison, but it's a Madison River. So, okay, so you got the Jefferson River, I'll take named after President Jefferson, I mean, that's pretty simple. Okay, the Madison River named after Secretary of James Madison, and the last one? Yep, Gallatin River named after the Secretary of the Treasury, Albert Gallatin. So you're gonna need to know first and last names, make it work. All, well, not for, I'll let you say President Jefferson, because that's pretty common. All three forks, yep, name the three forks. And the question will be, name the three forks of the Missouri River and who each river was named after. Yeah,
Albert Gallatin was treasurer, or
Secretary of the Treasury.
Would you have to say Secretary of the Treasury, or can you just say Albert?
Yeah.
Gallatin?
I want Secretary of the Treasury, Albert Gallatin. The whole thing.
What was Madison in charge of?
Secretary of State. If you opened up that book, you'd probably get it.
Well, this way it's more
Okay,
accurate.
all right. All right, Megan? Now think about this and don't get too crazy. What single event occurred at the Three Forks of the Missouri River that was very beneficial to the Corps of Discovery? One single event, most important event.
Sacagawea began to recognize it.
That's right. Sacagawea began to recognize the area. Perfect. Okay, Hannah, give me one reason why travel over the Lolo Trail was such a hardship for the expedition.
The ground is covered by rock.
Very good. Give me another one, Madison.
The terrain was steep and rocky.
Very good. Give me another one, Kylie.
It was covered with fallen timber.
Very good. And give me another one, Courtney.
There was very little game on it.
Okay, is there any more? Oh, you're gonna need to know two of the four. Now, I'm really looking for a thinker here, and I think the biggest thinker we have today might be Soraya. Soraya, now I want you to tell me this. Give me the answer to this question, because I want to be impressed. What was the significance of the location of Fort Clatsop on the Pacific Ocean? What was the significance of it? The big time significance. Now let her try to answer. What was the big time significance of the location of Fort Clatsop? Don't let me Don't let me
It was the first time in history that a black man and an Indian woman had a right to vote.
That's exactly, or you could just even say woman. Yeah, they voted on the location, so it's the first time in our American history that a black man and a woman have the opportunity to vote. That's kind of cool when you think about it. Okay, all right, Kyle. What significant landmark did William Clark discover on his return trip through southern Montana along the Yellowstone River?
Pompey's Tower.
Pompey's Tower.
Pompey's Tower.
Pompey's Tower. We're called Pompey's Pillar now, but we want Pompey's Tower.
I think so, whatever it's called, Pompey.
Yeah, put tower, because that was, okay,
How do you spell
Pompey, Pompey, apostrophe S, Pillar, Pillar.
So you want to
Oh, tower, I want tower. I'd take either one, it's the same.
Who discovered it?
Clark. Okay, I'm gonna take you kids in, I think you'll enjoy seeing it. All right. Buck, give me one of the 8 items the Lewis and Clark expedition brought back from their long journey.
The samples of various plants.
Okay, samples of plants. Give me another one, Taylor.
Samples of the animals,
Okay, samples of what part of the animals?
the bones,
Okay, samples of bones of animals. Gracie?
maps,
Maps? Madison?
journals,
Journals? Chantel?
samples of various stones,
Samples of stones? Kylie? Furs of different animals, species of animals? Shania? Soil samples? Carly?
samples of insects.
That should be it, right? 8? You need to know all 8. All 8. Okay, Milo, give me one congressional change made under President Jefferson. One congressional change under President Jefferson?
Repeal the tax on whiskey.
Repeal the tax on whiskey, very good. Will, give me another one.
He repealed the Judiciary Act of 1801.
Very good. Nyabeth, give me another one.
Congress decided to keep the National Bank of the United States.
Very good. Sierra, one more.
Albert Gallatin was able to use federal money to pay the state debt.
Okay, is there one more?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it, Bailey?
Cut the size and salary of the Army and Navy.
Very good. 3 of those you need to know. 3. Keller, what were the orders in council? What were the orders in council? Series of laws by Great Britain that? Forbid any American ships from entering any ports under the control of France. The orders in council were a series of laws that Britain passed that forbid American ships to enter any port under the control of France. Give me one group, if you would, please, Brooke, that was upset with the Embargo Act of 1807.
Merchants.
Okay, give me another one, Shania. Okay, and the last one, Hannah.
Yes.
Okay, and finally, you subverted fool you, Talon. Give me one way that Americans subverted the Embargo Act of 1807. Subverted means you go against them, you beat them.
Oh, they built their ships to the front and sailed for either Great Britain.
Okay, what's the other thing they did, Cody?
Began to smuggle goods to Canada.
Smuggle goods Canada. There's 45 answers there for you folks. How much are they gonna be worth a piece, do you think? 2, which makes the test worth 90 on Thursday. So here's how it works tomorrow. I'm gonna wear a little less dress up in case I'm defeated in the duel. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna meet here, and then we're actually gonna go out the back door, out here by the band room, and Kyle is going to administer a tremendous duel between Mason and I for his bad comment on my question, however long ago that was. Now, we're going to set some ground rules here. I'm going to allow Carly King to be the videoer of this, because I'm somehow going to get her to send that to me, and we're going to post it somewhere, either Facebook or on the class website. Yep. And so Carly's going to video with her phone, right? Okay. And I'm going to have Sierra take out the camera and video with the camera. Okay, so we have a couple different videos. The rules will be, I'm going to have the choice of weapons. Okay, and my choice of weapons are pie tins filled with either shaving cream or whipped cream, whichever's cheaper when I go buy them. And you have the choice of how many paces we're going to go, minimum of 5. How many paces apart? Minimum of 5.
Well, we're choosing right now.
Yeah. Making the rules right now. I got the choice of weapons, you got the choice of paces, minimum of 5 steps.
Go so far that you end up back.
Hey, Taylor has a great question. You gotta listen. Taylor said, are we gonna have multiple ones if one of you miss? No, because in a duel, it happens one time. If both people miss, that's it. Okay? What's the number of steps?
7.
8. Okay, Kyle, you got that?
Yep.
So what's gonna happen is we're gonna be given our weapons, and then you're gonna line us up and give us the rules. Now understand that once the 8th step is taken, you must turn and face your enemy and decide if you're gonna be a fast shooter or you're gonna be a slow shooter. Okay? So, last time I did this last year with Joe Mall, and the bullets hit each other in midair and went, And everybody got splattered a little bit, but nobody got hit because the pies hit together. So that would be like a duel of bullets hitting together.
That's a bar.
It's a big explosion.
How many steps did you do last year?
I think we did 10, and we were actually too far away.
So you
Comes
think
back and
closer
hits
would
you.
be better
Yes.
than,
7.
like closer than 8?
Yeah. Well, it's up to you, but I think we'd have a better chance of a result throwing pies than less.
Go 5.
If we were shooting each other, 10 would be plenty. 5? Okay, 5 steps. I'll bring her in. We did 10 and it was, we threw the pies and actually I think I saw it on video somewhere. The pies hit each other and splattered all over. He pissed me off.
No. What were these things to do? As soon as he hits 5 steps. Wait, see my,
All right, let's all say hi to Mackenzie and tell her about when's the test, kids.
Thursday.
You'll be back, Mackenzie, so get on the old site here. So let's all say hi, Mackenzie. We miss you.
Hi, Mackenzie.